it's Liz from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me again today. Today I am bringing you this little box. This is using my February craft box supplies, and I'm using with it one of the optional extras, which is the You're Inspiring stamp set, which is all things Mother's Day, birthday, Easter. So yeah, if you like daffodils, this is perfect for you, and the font is amazing. Sorry, it's a bit shiny. I'm actually filming on a reasonably bright day, so needless to say, I'm getting issues with reflections now. Just can't get it right, can we? Anyway, this is a red rubber stamp set. I've got most of the stamps out at the moment, so really lovely. And as I say, one of the optional extras in for my February craft box. I'm going to apologise. I was on the radio this morning, and as I was doing it was a paper review for our local BBC radio station, and as I was doing it, I realised that I'm getting a sore throat, which is just perfect. So apologies if I get a bit croaky and have to clear my throat. Anyway, I'm doing this as a Mother's Day gift box. I have to say I'm a traditionalist. I think of it as Mothering Sunday, but there we go. And in the UK, our Mother's Day is shortly before Easter. I know in other parts of the world it is on a set date or a set Sunday. Because ours is linked to when Easter is, it's a bit of a movable feast, and it relates back to the days when girls were in service, and it was the day before Easter that they were traditionally allowed to go home. Anyway, so this is our gift box. This uses Pool Party and of course the delightful Daisy designer series paper, and it's got an interesting little opening, and then there's the box. I'm actually not going to do the tray, only because it was a bit of a fiddle, and to try and work out the measurements, it did my head in. As I say, having not been well at the beginning part of this week, and now I'm obviously coming down with something else, there are moments when I just have to give in. Anyway, so it holds 4 of these little bars of chocolate. These are from a local discount food store. They should be available across Europe, certainly, but that's what's driven this box. The box is 4.5 inches square and 1 inch deep. The lid is not as deep, and then of course I've got this ribbon wrapping it up. So as ever, the measurements will be on my blog, which is linked immediately below, as are all my social media links. So as I said, I wasn't going to do the tray, and there I am. I've got the tray ready to go. I'm doing the tray. Never mind. There we go. So let's do the box first, and then I'll show you what I've done with the stamping, and we can take it from there. So let's get this so you can see it. Good old trusty scoreboard. So because it's 4.5 inches square and 1 inch deep, our cardstock for the base is 6.5 inches square. But as ever with my bases, when I'm doing a fitted lid, I've taken 1/16 of an inch off both axes. So this is actually 6 and 7/16 square. And not because of that, because this is what I do anyway, I'm going to score at 1 inch on all 4 sides, but I'm going to turn my card, not go 1 inch 5.5 inches, because if I did 5.5, I think you can see that I would be this would be too short, because I've trimmed a piece off. But anyway, I like to go round my card, because then I know that all 4 sides will be exactly the right dimension. So that's the base. The lid is 6 inches square, because it's only going down 3/4 of an inch. So 4.5 inch square dimension, add 2 lots of 3/4 of an inch, 1.5, and you come up with 4.5 plus 1.5, 6 inches. So This time we're going to score at 3/4 of an inch all the way round. Oop, not 1/2 an inch, you silly girl, 3/4. So that's that. And then the tray, let me just check my measurements. This piece of card is 6 1/8, yes I know it's a silly measurement, by 4 3/8, a silly measurement. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it so that it's 1/16 of an inch out from this edge. And I'm going to score at 2 1/4, 3 1/8, and 4 inches, and that will make my tray. So that's all the scoring done. So pop that away and burnish all my cardstock. So I'm using the original box is, let's pop that where you can just about see it. This is Pool Party. This time I'm using the Old Olive. So this was Pool Party with the Old Olive mini chevron ribbon. And this time I'm going to do Old Olive with the Night of Navy gingham ribbon, both of which are in the pack. If you want details of my craft box, it's only available in the UK, I'm afraid, but if you want details of my craft box, those are in my blog post, which, as I say, is linked below. Yeah, that's all there. It's £20 delivered and contains, as near as I could get it, £20 worth of product. So it's amazing value for money. Right, first thing I'm going to do is just stick my tray together, just by running fast fuse down one of the folds, fold that over, and then that makes our tray. So that's that. Right, let's move this out of the way because I need to get my snips out. So you've seen me do this before. I am going to cut in and then cut away the crease and then wedge out the flap. Now I'm doing this so that I am cutting in on 2 edges, not going all the way around. If I'm doing a bigger, deeper box, then what I tend to do is go almost in a windmill, but because this is a shallow box, I'm quite happy to just cut in onto 2 of the edges. Oops, flying bits of card. So that's that done, and let's do the lid while we're at it. So remember, we're in the first month of celebration. So for every £45 you spend, you get to choose items for free, which is lovely. We like that. On the subject of which, if you take any of the additional items, any 2, I should say, additional items for the craft box, then you can also choose a celebration item. So don't worry, you won't miss out. So yes, any 2 of the additional items, and when you email me to say you want your craft box and your additional items, just let me know which celebration item you need or want, and I can arrange for that to be included as well. So you'll get lots of goodies, which is always nice. Right, okay, so pop our box together. So fast fuse in on each of the flaps. So I don't often say it, actually. Does everyone know that I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator? Because I'm so concentrating on my own brand of Old Stables crafts, I seem to sort of miss that. So having put my fast fuse on, I'm just folding the flaps round and lining up the straight edge at the corners. So yes, all the products are the amazing quality of Stampin' Up. it makes colour coordination so simple because everything goes. You don't have to plug your brain in, which, let's face it, if you're crafting, you don't really want to have to plug your brain in. Right, put the tray in. I'm just going to run some fast fuse on the edges and the middle of my base, and then probably should have done a dry run first just in case, but no, we're all right. And then just pop that in, and there we are, we've got our nice tray to separate the two bits out and stop it from wobbling around quite so much. Then our lid, again, just fast fusing the corners. Now these are small little flaps, so do be a little careful when you do your flick that you don't rip your tab, because that would be a disaster, because without the tab you can't make your box. So yes, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and during celebration, if you want a large order, you get extra goodies for your stamping rewards. So that's slightly overdone. You get extras for your stamping reward. So if you place an order of £200 or more, you get, in addition to the standard rewards, you get an extra £20 to spend. Yay, we like that. Right, so there's my lid. Let's just make sure that it fits. Always the moment of truth. Yes, excellent. And if I turn it over, you can see it's quite a nice snug fit. So yes, you get 20 extra pounds worth of stamping rewards for a £200 order. But if your order is large, you may want to think about joining my team, because you get the normal £130 of product of your choice for £99 and free shipping. But you also get to add 2 extra stamp sets from either the annual or the spring-summer catalogue for free. So you could end up getting over £200 worth of products for just £99, including free shipping. So I have cut these at, stupidly didn't write the measurements down. Oops, I'm thinking 4 1/4. Let's just check. Yes, 4 1/4 and 4 inches. So I want the Night of Navy side up for this one. It does seem a shame to cover up this gorgeous pattern, but there we go. These things happen. We have to be brave. So now, on the basis it's a square, so long as it's square in one corner, it should be square everywhere. And then I've got the daisy, the yellow daisy pattern to layer up with that. So yes, I would love to welcome you to my team. We have quite an interesting time. We do team meetups, we do Facebook Lives. I've got team members from Essex to Surrey to, yes, Oxfordshire and Berkshire. So yeah, we are spreading our wings. Right, I have already stamped in the Basic Black Archival the little row of daffodils. On my original, I coloured these in with the blends. This time I've coloured them with the watercolour pencils, and I just thought it would be interesting to see the difference. I'm not intending to stamp and colour them in. I will stamp, but I will not colour them in on camera. I can think of things you'd rather see me do. And we're already at 14 minutes, so, you know, in fact, I'm not even going to bother stamping, I don't think. All I'm going to stamp is the sentiment, which is, because of you, I am me, happy Mother's Day, which is lovely. So I just need my archival black, which apparently has, oh no, it's in where I put it away, always a bad idea. So archival black, just ink that up. Now, because this is a felt pad, I twist and then tap rather than just tap. Make sure it's the right way up. Hover over. Aim and fire. Well, that would have been better if it hadn't been smudged. However, for the sake of the video, I'm going to keep going because otherwise we'll be here a while we do another one. And we can't always be perfect all the time. So I am using the Layering Ovals framelets. I've already cut an oval using Night of Navy and the largest of the straight edge framelets. I'm going to use the largest of the scallop framelets to just cut this out. So bear with me while I pop that through the big shot. Kick myself for having smudged my sentiment, but there we go. Sometimes life wants to bite you on the bottom. So that's that. And now this is from the Tutti Frutti sweet. This is one of the little punches that you get in that sweet, and it's for the melon, but it also works really nicely as a little cutout. So I'm just going to punch that out both sides, and then using the Night of Navy ribbon, not that piece, that's not going to be long enough, I don't think. No, even if I tie that in a knot, I don't think it's going to be long enough. So we'll not use that piece, use that for something else. And just chop open the new packet. So, right, all I'm doing is feeding this from the front through to the back, like that, and then on the back I'm going to add some dimensionals. Whoops. You need a reasonable number, but don't go too mad. But you don't want them on the ribbon, so just keep them around the outside because you want your ribbon to be able to flow. So I'm going to pop my Night of Navy oval onto my box lid. I'm also going to pop a light on because it really is getting grey, and then just pull these off. Oh, my stomach's rumbling. I do apologise. I had a very, very early start for this radio thing. I left home at 7 o'clock because I needed to be at the station by 8. And as it's the first time I'd been, I wanted to make sure I wasn't late and knew where I was going. But it does mean that as I'm filming this mid-afternoon, and I seem to have forgotten to have lunch, my poor old stomach is rumbling. So apologies if you can hear a funny rumble in the background, that's what it is. Right, let's pop that in over the lid. And then, now I like to do this weird thing of tying bows from the back. And by the back I mean from the top. So that way I seem to end up with the ends going in the right direction. So let's just get that going the right way. There we go. So just a simple little bow on the side. There we go, those are the ends dealt with nicely. And then our clear faceted gems, I'm just going to pop one down there, one up there, and then one, come on, there. So there we go. Let's get rid of all of that, bring back in the original, and we have our two little boxes. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Do remember to subscribe, like and comment, as one of my friends says. So that's it, subscribe, like and comment. I do reply to all the comments. I may take a couple of days to get back to you, but I do always reply. If you would like the craft box or any Stampin' Up supplies, do hop over to my online store for general supplies, and if you want my craft box, just drop me an email. The details of that are in my blog post, which is linked below. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you again very soon.